Dr. Evan Durnan. I'm the owner and chiropractor at Peak Health and Performance.
Curtis Laughren. I own CrossFit Above All. We're located in South Calgary.
So why we came here today was to actually introduce some follow-ups to our core series and to our squat series. We're going to talk a little bit more about functional movement today. Now that I've been working out with Curtis and watched Curtis work out, and a lot of athletes work out at CrossFit for the last few months, what I've noticed is Curtis teaches something called global movement. And when he teaches it to me, I'm really impressed on how he teaches it, and now I'd really like him to teach it to all of you guys. So Curtis, why don't you talk to us a little bit about what global movement is and how you teach it?
What global movement is to me, or is basically is just a matter of teaching CrossFit from a very simplistic form, where we get everyone squatting the same way and pressing through the same way, and come to a realization that all these movements, or all CrossFit movements, come from the same place and are essentially the same thing, just utilizing different tools. So I'm going to show you exactly, again, we'll review the squat, we're going to go through the press, and we're going to turn those movements into things like the wall ball, ball slams, kettlebell swings, and even a box jump. And when we start to understand that all these movements come from the same foot plant, hip position, and finishing in the same spot with our arms, we can really get anybody coming off the street or from any other form of fitness and start CrossFitting in a very short amount of time. So let me show you what I'm talking about.
Okay.
So if you guys have watched our squat series, you understand that the squat is made effective by having a proper hip hinge, standing or planting our feet effectively, pulling ourselves down into the appropriate position, and driving up through our heels. What we're going to include right now is a front rack, or a front rack with a barbell. And the way this is obtained is we're going to grab a grip with both hands, cycling those elbows up as high as you can. This is going to allow for the bar to rest on your shoulders, and that bar will be held not by your wrists or fingers, but all weight right on our shoulders. You can again hinge your hips, drive your knees out, stand on those feet effectively. You can allow yourself to come right down, bum between your heels, and you drive straight up for effective press squat. We're also going to include the overhead press, or the press. This can be achieved from the same front rack position. Take a big belly breath, pull your chin in, and you drive this bar straight up past your face in a full stack position. This is hands directly above your shoulders, which are stacked through your back, above your hips, knees, and heels. This stack is going to be the stable position that we talked about in our core series. When we combine those two movements, we get a CrossFit movement called the thruster. The way the thruster works is you drop down into that squat and you power up hard and effective. Once you reach the full height of your squat, the bar is then thrown in the air to that full stack. To speed this movement up, you want to drop the bar from overhead to your shoulders and bounce out of the bottom. Understanding global movement is you understanding that these positions are going to be repeated through the majority of CrossFit movements, or parts of them will be. So I want to take you guys over to the wall. I want to show you what a wall ball looks like. I want you to understand that it's the exact same movement. So now we understand the thruster and the positions necessary for that. What we've got here is a Dynamax medicine ball. We want to achieve the same front rack position, and we're going to squat the exact same way, standing on our feet the exact same way. And what's going to happen is we're going to include an element of accuracy. We're going to have a target up on the wall. So what's going to happen here, hold this front rack position, and then I'm going to drop down in my squat. And this time I'm actually going to throw the ball and receive it in the same fashion as that thruster. It's the exact same movement, only being done with a ball rather than a barbell. To understand the kettlebell swing, again, it's the exact same foot position, the exact same action with the hips, and it's going to finish in the exact same arm position. To start, you're going to drop down as if you're tired, hands on your knees, pushing your hands through your hips, and the power drive is again done with that hip. Using this kettlebell, you're going to push your hands through. In that squat, as you stand up, driving with your hips, you pull that bell straight to that overhead stacked position. This obviously will not require the same depth of squat, but the plant, foot position, and body movement is going to be coming from the same global positioning. Let's show you something like a ball slam. A ball slam is done essentially the same way, a little bit deeper of a squat, but again, the same foot plant, the same hinging of the hip, and the straight midline, the same midline stabilization. This ball is then grabbed off the ground, picked up through that front rack, pressed to overhead, slam, and caught at the bottom. So if you want to understand CrossFit movement in a simple form, all you really need to understand is that hip hinging, foot plant, and full stack in an overhead position. If you understand these things, you can join any CrossFit class and effectively work through any CrossFit workout. Pay attention to our next video series where we're going to talk about mobility drills that are going to help you safely get into these positions to injury-proof your body so you're not going to be getting hurt while CrossFitting.